step is understanding that each have their own value, practices, and belief. So when you're entering into a relationship, it is very important for you to know that each individual is different. We have different practices, we have different values, we have different beliefs. Remember that we are brought up differently. We are coming from two different families with different beliefs, different practices, different values. And when you are in a relationship, you have to combine both of those together. His belief practices versus your belief and practice. And that's where understanding comes into play. You might like to fry your fish. He might believe that, okay, I don't want to fry fish, I eat steamed fish. You might eat pork and he will say, no, I'm an Adventist, I don't eat pork. That's where understanding comes into play. You first have to find a common ground. Okay, he doesn't like this, I doesn't like this. Let us pull it together and say, okay, let's meet each other in the middle. Okay, he like that, I like that. Let's do this. Let's cook fish instead of pork. Or, okay, babe, I am going to cook fish for you, but I'm going to cook pork for myself because I like it. Do not go in the relationship expecting that you are the same person, because you'll be looking for too much. No relationship is perfect, and nobody asks for a perfect relationship. What we ask for is understanding. Understand that we are two different persons, two different beliefs, two different practices, and two different values. Incorporate those into one and come to a solid ground. Once you understand your partner, you realize that everything becomes easy. You know what makes them mad. You know what makes them upset. You understand? You know what makes them happy. And you go ahead and you do that. But first, you have to understand, and you also have to be open when trying to understand a person. You cannot be self-centered, because once you are self-centered and thinking about you and you alone, there will be a serious problem in the relationship. Be open, willing to adjust. I am not saying that you should change your overall views on life, but no, once you are in a union, you have to first know how to understand your partner. Because if you don't understand your partner, there will be too much chaos, and you wouldn't want that. Next, be spontaneous. Be spontaneous, people. Of course. Everyone would want a little of that in a relationship. A little of this, a little of that. Yeah. We all want a little of this and a little of that. Forgive me. In a relationship. Yes, people. Set a time where you can say, okay, every Monday or one time per month, we're going to have a date for ourselves. Where we can sit down and and communicate. We can get to talk privately, no disturbance, where we can reconnect. It is very important that you do that in a relationship. If you cannot afford to go out, you can do it at home. Send the kids away. Send whomever live with you away, even for a night. Send them to your grandparents, a friend or something, and have a date night. A date night is very important in a relationship. And many people often say that, wow, if I don't have this money or that money, I cannot go out of my ear. No, people. Being spontaneous is about using what you have and make it, oh, tremendous. Set date nights. And trust me, you will see how different that makes, because he knows that every month or every 2 months we have a private time when we can talk about just about anything that we might not know. And people, if you don't have the money, you can do it at your home, but find somewhere different. You know, a different environment is different. It can be on the beach. It can be somewhere in the hills where you can, see some lights or just somewhere different people. But do not get me wrong. If you do not have it, you can just do it right in the center of your home. Just make it special, okay? Set date nights. It is important. Yes, people. The other one is never hold back sex in a relationship. No matter what, do not hold back sex from your partner. Even if you is madly upset, just give him a boring one. No matter. But never hold it back. The only way you hold back that from your partner is if you know in yourself that you really don't want him anymore. That argument that you had previously, you know that you don't want him anymore. But people, think about it. Why going through all those stress when you know that you are not going to leave that person right now? Why going through all those stress when you know that you are not going to leave that person right now? I am not going to put myself through that. Never hold back sex from your partner. Never. No matter the situation, unless you feel like you're really going to leave the relationship. Okay? Just note.
Admit it. Many deny it. But we all have it. And I don't really need to say what it is. You can just see and know what it is. Can you remember what you used to do in the morning before checking it? Before you had a smartphone? Can you remember what you did when you were standing in line?
The final one. Yes, people. No cell phone in bed. It is already sad to know that technology is taking over everyone's life. The way we communicate, the way we speak, the way we interact with individuals and people. Most of us don't even know how to have a face-to-face conversation anymore. It is already sad to know that cell phone is taking over our life. Don't bring it in the bedroom. Once you start bringing phone in the bedroom, you'll realize that he's beside you and you're beside him and you're texting him to ask him question. No, where's the connection? You cannot connect through phone. I don't believe that. People, this is just my belief. I don't believe that you can connect through phone. Face-to-face communication is the best policy. But with the pandemic, we understand. If your partner is overseas or your partner is this and your partner is that, we will understand that. But at the end of the day, do not take your cell phone into bed. Bedtime is bedtime. Set margin. Set time. Okay? We'll use our phone up until 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock and put it away. And when I said this, some people will misinterpret what I'm saying for controlling. It's not controlling. It's to just honor your relationship enough to know that you will do just about anything to save the relationship and not excluding yourself, because that's why I give a breakdown of everything in this to show you and let you know that, listen, everything play a vital role in the relationship and you have to want that relationship for it to work. You have to know that you have to compromise in your relationship. You have to know that you are not alone. And you have to know before you get angry, think twice. Before you make a decision, think twice. Analyze, interpret, come up with the finding. Okay. And you have to learn how to be honest with yourself. Because if you are not being honest with yourself, you are going to be in big trouble. Because you will never find a common ground. Because you're so self-centered around yourself. You believe that, okay, that's it for me. Never do that. Be open. And for my last say, be very open in order for this 10th stage of how to keep your relationship happy to work. You have to be very open to changes, to adjustment. And once you do that, you will find that your relationship, it might not be perfect, but it will be happy enough for you. Thanks for watching this video. And if you come this far, or you're not subscribed yet, bye people. Thank you for watching.